Good afternoon, 6-4 parents. Mr. Hagedorn here with our weekly update. So next week is our last week before our winter track out. So we have school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No school on Friday. Friday's our first day of track out. All right. In math next week, in both math and Math 6 Plus, students are still working on decimals. We're going to be doing a study guide and then taking a quiz. Math 6 Plus, their quiz will be Wednesday. Their study guide is due Wednesday. Math 6 Plus's quiz is Tuesday. And their study guide is due Tuesday. Math 6, their quiz will be Wednesday. Study guide will be due Wednesday. We're going to be doing some hands-on algebra stuff to get prepped for our algebra unit next quarter after we finish that up. In science, Mr. O is not here. He is recovering from his knee surgery. Everything went well yesterday. He texted us yesterday afternoon. They're still going to finish up waves, and they believe they have 2 days of guidance with Mr. Martin next week for science. All right, Mr. Hutchinson will fill us in on ELA and social studies.
Okay. Let's start with our ELA conversation. So, the big overarching theme that we've been looking at since we started reading Good Masters, Sweet Ladies in this second union is adversity and adversity in young people. And so, the Good Masters, Sweet Ladies was us looking at adversity of people that lived a long time ago in the Middle Ages, and then kind of comparing it to our own lives and the adversities of middle school students today. And then we started reading these concrete poems, many of which come from this book called Technically It's Not My Fault, including a story that we read. We read My Sister Is Crazy yesterday. We read Thank You Note today, or Thank You Letter today. And this talks a little bit about some adversities that kids are facing today. And they're kind of silly as well. They're a little bit silly. So what we're going to be doing in language arts next week, starting on Monday, is we're going to be thinking about adversities in our own life. And I told my students today that we're not looking for the worst parts of our life, but some of the challenges that we might have in the life, even if they are somewhat funny. Like I did have a student to say to me today, well, can I write about the adversity of my teacher is making me write this poem? I said, that's a lovely one. What a great idea. We had another student who talked about the bird feeder, like I've got one back here, that they have outside the window of their house, and how the cat is always staring out the window, and the adversity of maybe writing it from the point of view of the cat. So we're going to write a concrete poem next week. We'll kind of think about it on Monday. We'll start drafting it and coming up with how it's going to look on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then have it finished by Thursday. That's kind of the goal anyway. Now, over in social studies, we're kind of finishing off our unit on the achievements of the ancient world. So we've been recently talking a little bit about what infrastructure is, the things that kind of keep a city connected and running smoothly, both the roads and the streets and the sidewalks, but also the systems that you don't often see or think about, like the sewer systems and the water pipes and the electrical systems. And then how they look in the ancient world is the next goal. So we started looking at ropes, bridges, and we started looking at roads from the Roman point of view. And then today we started our Roman City project, where we're going to learn a little bit more about Roman architecture and Roman infrastructure. And as we start to understand the different pieces and parts of a Roman city, then students will get to design and kind of blueprint out their own version of a Roman city. So that's kind of our goal for the next few days in social studies class. All right. So that's kind of what's going on in our 4 core areas. If you have any questions or need anything from us these last 4 days, please let us know. If not, have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you back here for 4 more days next week.